lot of times people ask, how do you sew your hexagons together? Well, I always start with the center and I go all the way around the center. And then I'm going to take my first two sides and sew those together. But what I'd like to do first, because there's a paper in the middle, is remove that paper. And then I'm going to start on the outside. Then I'll do a big stitch through here and then I'll end up here. So that'll end my first line of sewing. So let me see if I can do this pretty quickly for you. And I'll try to stay with my 1/16 of an inch and try to go a little quicker so you guys can see this, and hopefully I won't knot it too much. But see, I'm starting from this outside, then I'm going to the inside. And this way, oops, I've already got my first knot. It's the least amount of times you have to stop and start as you're doing your project. Okay, it looks like my thread is going to keep knotting on me, so let me just do it like this. I know I've shown this in another one of my videos, how to do this technique. It takes a little extra effort, but as you can see, it's helping me speed up. I'm trying to keep them all the same distance apart, the same distance into the fabric. I'm sewing with one strand of sewing thread, and it is a white thread. This is actually Coats & Clark all-purpose. Okay, as you can see, I'm almost to the center. I'm just doing the same stitch over and over and over. I still have my papers in all of the hexagons except for the center, which is allowing me to fold it so that I can do the whip stitch. So I'm about 3 stitches from the center, or I'm sorry, to the end corner. So let me do one more stitch, and I always knot it at the end of each one in case I ever have to take one out. I don't have to undo all the thread. So I just did this one from the outside to the inside. I'm just going to do a big baste stitch over to the next corner. See, I don't really need these stitches, but what this is allowing me to do is to not cut my thread in between seams. So now I'm going to start here at the center. Do a couple of quick knots here. And then I'm going to sew to this outside corner. So I did the inside, and then I did from here, big baste, and I'm going to sew here. Next I'll go from here, big baste here. Then I'll go from here, big baste in here. Now, of course, I've done this one. I just did that basting. I'm sewing this side. I will knot it and end it here. So do one long seam on the inside and then 1, 2, 3 to complete the flower. I really hope this has been helpful. Thank you, everyone. Happy sewing.